This is NocturnalKent, a looksmaxer who has gone viral recently. Based off of ChatGPT estimates, he probably makes around $2,000 to $3,000 from his TikTok alone every single month. He does this by posting very little informative content, and most of it would be considered dangerous or misinformation. This video will be an analysis on how social media affects people's decision-making skills, what makes people tick, and how to make money online. It's not just about NocturnalKent or me accusing him, but rather informing everybody how it works. Part 1. The transformation. In real life, hard work takes time, and most people spend a lot of time trying to improve different aspects of their life, but aren't satisfied with the results. If you can improve drastically and prove it in a short period of time to something that appeals to a wide audience, such as your face, people will want to know how, and a lot of people. Putting before and after photos with drastic changes in between gets lots of attention on social media. The reason that this works so well on social media is because social media is a visual game, and looks matter, and people's first impression of your post is what most likely gets you to click. Step 2. Methods. NocturnalKent credits this transformation mostly to consuming 1 kilogram of sugar a day and bone smashing. Not going into whether these ideas are actually good or terrible, something stands out. These are things that are very easy and accessible to all people. In a community like looksmaxing, where people advertise things that aren't easy to get for most people, him providing methods that he can explain why they work and anybody can do gets a lot of attention. That's because, especially when you're talking about something that goes to a large audience, if you can have as few paywalls as possible, you'll get the most people to follow you, and that's what he uses.
Another super important thing in this regard is buzzwords. You want to be able to prove that what you do works in the simplest way possible to where most people understand. And what a lot of people do is they will explain a concept in a basic level and have it be a term that someone can look up and be like, oh, yeah, that does exist, even if it's not painting the full picture. And this is what he does. When you can say, oh, it's just basic biology, it's Wolff's Law, it's credible all of a sudden, and young people will be able to believe it or prove it to others. Part 3, coach. After you've given away the free knowledge that seems credible and have helped people and helps you, you start to make people trust you. This is when you start getting money directly. You build up followers first, and then you get them to pay for more. Once you give people a lot of free, valuable advice, they will be willing to ask you for paid advice because you know you're the real deal and that you're willing to help them. If you can give a little bit of useful advice and paywall more, if people believe that it's actually worth it, they'll go for you.
The final step is real-world experience. What NocturnalKent did was he started a streaming service where he collaborated with other big people in the space, and what this did is it drove people from other channels to him to look for information. Additionally, in his content that he makes, he shows what the real-world results of listening to his advice is, and people want to get that. People don't just want to see that you look better. For him, people want to see that it's helping you make friends, it's helping you in your life, it's helping you do everything you want and achieve your goals. And that is what really sells it in the end. And that's what makes people want what you can give them more. All right? Now, disclaimer, I'm not promoting anything necessarily that I've said. I'm explaining how psychology works, what makes people think the way they do. I don't suggest you try to dishonestly scam anybody. I'm explaining how the brain works and how to avoid getting scammed in the future, but I also thought that you would think it was interesting. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a good day.